All y'all was there looking at this. That's why I don't be going to the puffy parties. He can hug you from the front and the back at the same time. Talking about. Look, if you're into that, I'm fine with it. Each his own. I'm just saying this is my mother.
Salute, and welcome to the Nosy Ninja News, guys, where we learn how not to be fools from some well-paid fools. And like I told you, we were going to follow this story right here, guys. Now, you got 50 Cent, man. 50 Cent got to be trolling, bro. 50 Cent got to be trolling. Where 50 Cent files a lawsuit against Diddy. Now, you can't tell me this not a money grab. This a money grab. And 50 Cent is he's going to sour the people that are really telling the truth. 50 Cent is going to mess around and he's going to sour the stories of the people that are really telling the truth. All right, but let's look into this, guys. I told you, for those of you that's new, 50 Cent is going so hard to destroy Diddy because at one point, Diddy, Mayweather, and 50 were friends. And 50 felt like Diddy just was backstabbing him. When Diddy saved Rick Ross, y'all know Rick Rose, when Diddy saved Rick Ross' career, when he was in that heated battle with 50 Cent, and you know 50 Cent went and got Rick Ross' mother, the baby mother that Rick Ross is still beefing with today. Around that time, right? Puffy and 50, they were friends. 50 asked Puffy to leave Rick Ross alone. But Puffy saw an opportunity to create a new Biggie Smalls. And Puffy just couldn't cease the opportunity. And he went and gave Rick Ross a new life. That's when we heard the Big Meech and all that other stuff from Rick Ross. So 50 Cent ain't never let that go. And let's get into this, guys.
Like, it's uncomfortable. I think I belong in the girls' bathroom. And that is going on. Right?
Lately, Diddy has been catching a lot of attention, but not for the reasons you'd hope. It seems like everyone, from famous rappers to other big-name celebrities, has something to say about his over-the-top parties and the complicated situations with Cassie and other women. The buzz around these stories is growing louder by the day, making it feel like this wave of drama surrounding Diddy just isn't going to settle down anytime soon. Amidst all this talk, different stars are stepping up to share their 2 cents, putting Diddy under a spotlight that's far from flattering. It's becoming a bit overwhelming, to be honest. To add to the intensity, 50 Cent has found himself in hot water, facing the possibility of jail time for his reactions and actions tied to the ongoing controversies about Diddy. This situation has escalated to a point where it's not just about celebrity gossip anymore. It's getting serious. So before we get into the nitty-gritty details, let's take a moment to unpack everything that's been happening with Diddy recently.
Says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about?
First up, we have the situation between Diddy and Cassie, and boy has it taken a serious turn. Cassie, a singer who used to work with Diddy's record label, Bad Boy Records, has brought some heavy accusations against him. On November 16, she took legal action against Diddy, claiming he did some really bad things to her, starting when she was just 19. She's talking about very serious stuff, like controlling her life in extreme ways, and even forcing her into situations she didn't want to be in with others.
This product that I sold
and
on
that's
Amazon
crazy, guys. We know that was what started it. Really, what started it was Will Smith, guys. When Will Smith and those accusations started flying around, that's when the ball started to get rolling with this outing of these elites, guys. Remember, it was Will Smith that started it. And Diddy name came up in that.
Men. She says this kind of treatment went on for over 10 years. Cassie shares that when she first met Diddy in 2005 and then signed with his label, she thought she was entering a protective, almost father-like relationship, but it turned out to be anything but that. She describes a relationship filled with fear and control, where Diddy would do scary things to keep her close, like making people...
Now that was weird because that's the same story Tiana Marie, the girl that was down with Rockefeller, that's the same story she sold when it came down to Jay-Z dropping her on her head, choosing Rihanna. You know, remember, she said that same exact thing.
Will feel unsafe or making her carry his gun. She was too scared to go to the police because she thought it would just make things worse for her. The lawsuit also talks about how Diddy and his team would keep an eye on every part of her life, from where she lived to what she wore, and even her medical records. It got to the point where people who worked for Diddy saw her being hurt, but were too afraid to say anything. Cassie felt trapped, and the lawsuit says she even started using drugs heavily because of all the stress and fear. One of the wildest claims is about Diddy making Cassie set up and take part in different encounters with male workers while he watched. These events were filmed, and even though Cassie tried to delete the videos, Diddy would make her watch them again. There's also a claim that Diddy did something really bad to another rapper's car as revenge because he dated Cassie for a bit. In the end, Cassie says she couldn't take it anymore, especially after an incident in 2018, where she claims Diddy forced himself into her home and her. After that, she left him for good and cut ties with his record label in 2019. The reaction from the music industry and celebrities to the situation between Diddy and Cassie has been strong and supportive towards Cassie. Many stars have come forward to share their thoughts and stand by her side. Tiffany Red, a singer-songwriter, wrote an open letter in Rolling Stone, backing up what Cassie said. Tiffany got to know Cassie back in 2015 while working on an album with Diddy that never came out. She was at Cassie's 29th birthday party and saw Diddy yell and swear at Cassie, which ruined the night for everyone. Tiffany even said she saw Diddy take Cassie, who seemed completely out of it, away to a private event late at night. She also shared that Cassie had told her about feeling unsafe around Diddy. Tiffany wrote about how scary it is to speak up against someone so powerful, but said she had to stand by her friend.
And she talked about an incident where Cassie and Diddy were out. They came back to the house. He was visibly intoxicated and he called her, he was yelling, emotional singing, there you are, and telling her to get up and saying, tell your girl she wants some birthday D. I flew all the way from Miami. She gonna get this birthday D. She said, you were visibly angry that she didn't want that from you. I was terrified. She doesn't have to have sex with you if she doesn't want to. You just kept screaming, she gonna get this. And all I kept thinking about was how before you came to get her and she was sober, she kept telling us she didn't want to go with you. And then she talks about the two of them driving off on a golf court into the night. And she said she was terrified and she had never seen Cassie sedated the way that she was during that time.
50 Cent has taken a significant step by announcing a documentary focused on the serious accusations against Diddy, including those from his ex-girlfriend Cassie, who has accused Diddy of some pretty bad things. But Diddy denies. This documentary isn't just about exposing dark truths. 50 Cent plans to donate all proceeds to help victims of SA and... In a preview shared by 50 Cent, a former Bad Boy Records rapper reveals insights into Diddy's parties, alleging that women were unknowingly given drinks mixed with stuff. This claim adds a troubling dimension to the accusations and highlights the documentary's potential impact. 50 Cent is doing more than just fighting with Diddy. He's trying to highlight serious problems and help people who've been through similar tough situations. As his documentary moves forward, it's going to make more people aware of these serious accusations and the big issues in the showbiz world, all while helping those who've been hurt. Aubrey O'Day from Danity Kane, a group Diddy formed on a TV show, showed her support for Cassie right when the news broke. She tweeted that she had been trying to tell everyone about Diddy's behavior. Dawn Richard, another member of Danity Kane, sent out a tweet praying for Cassie and calling her beautiful and brave.
It's funny how people always, I've been trying to tell everybody, then tell. Don't miss me with that bullshit. What's so hard for you to just speak up? Same way Cassie did it. You know what I mean? People be full of shit, bro. But this is definitely a money grab. Like I said, when it comes to these money grab, some people accusations is going to be true, and some people accusations is going to be false. And yes, 50 have an ulterior motive. Yeah, he want to bring light and he want to shine light, but 50 want to destroy Puff. Keep in mind, it ain't got nothing to do with the fact Puff dated 50 Cent baby moms. That was just Puff trying to fight back at all the trolling 50 be doing. This got everything to do with Puff Daddy not listening when 50 Cent told him to mind his business.
All these reactions show that people in the music industry are taking Cassie's accusations seriously and are using their voices to support her and call out bad behavior. It's a big deal when celebrities speak up like this because it encourages others to share their stories and stand up against these matters. And it doesn't end there. Diddy has also been buzzing around the internet for what really goes down at his parties. For years, rappers and celebrities have hinted at some odd happenings at these exclusive events. It's not just the lavish setups or the high-profile guest lists that get people talking. It's the behavior that some find questionable. 50 Cent, known for speaking his mind, recently shared his own reasons for steering clear of Diddy's parties. In a video clip from his final lap tour, he gets real with the audience about his discomfort. He jokes about how at Diddy's parties, you might get hugged a little too close for comfort, from both the front and the back, leaving him feeling out of place. That's why I don't be going to them puffy parties, he tells the crowd, making it clear that those kinds of interactions just aren't his thing. He even quips about feeling like he should be in the girl's bathroom if that's what's going on at the party, highlighting how uncomfortable it makes him.
Shopify has everything
That's
you
crazy,
need to
guys.
grow
Y'all
your
saw
retail
in the
business.
intro there. You saw in the intro where he was on the stage and he said just that, guys. Also want to go back to the girl, Tiffany Red, guys. This girl got to protect herself because she's dropping some big bombs out there. She's dropping some big bombs and big facts with evidence, guys. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if she's not funded and working for like the likes of 50 or the likes of maybe even Jay-Z, because she's been coming at Diddy and she's been coming at Beyonce, guys.
All y'all was dead looking at this. That's why I don't be going to the puffy parties. You can hug you from the front and the back at the same time. Talking about. Look, if you into that, I'm fine with it. Each his own. I'm just saying this shit, I'm on a party. Like, it's uncomfortable. I think I belong in the girls' bathroom. And shit that is going on. Right?
This isn't the first time 50 Cent has thrown shade at Diddy's gatherings. He once reacted to a photo from another party, pointing out a similar kind of hug happening to rapper Lil Baby, and connected it back to Diddy's events. His comment, "See, this is why I don't go to no party Puffy and them at," echoes his consistent stance on avoiding these parties due to the awkward encounters he associates with them. And it's not just 50 Cent who's spoken up about these parties. Katt Williams, a big name himself, has shared his own take, especially about turning down huge amounts of money to stay true to himself and avoid awkward spots. Williams, who's pretty straightforward, talked about how tough it was to say no to $50 million not once but 4 times. He did this to keep his integrity and stay away from situations that made him uncomfortable, especially those involving P. Diddy. Williams felt he had to decline Diddy's party invites to stick to his own principles. "You've got to tell him no," Williams said, stressing how important it is to set boundaries, even with someone as big as Diddy. Williams also mentioned he can back up his claims, saying he has the receipts for everything. He didn't just talk about his own choices. He also mentioned how Diddy seems to think if he wants something, it should be his. Williams tries to avoid that way of thinking, especially when it comes to respecting other people and their relationships.
And that's where the adultery, you know, you could commit adultery with your eyes just by looking at another one's wife. That's why I be coming at those of y'all that be lusty over Sierra. When y'all be bearing false witness on the Sierra and Russell, you commit adultery by looking at that woman and thinking any other thought of relationship. Their relationship is their relationship. Their marriage is their marriage. Mind your fucking business. Period. Don't deal with single mothers. You know that? Okay. Mind your fucking business and go find you a female.
Williams' stories add more to the talk about what goes on at celebrity parties and how important it is to make choices that keep you true to yourself. His decision to turn down Diddy's invites, even with the promise of big money, really shows where his priorities lie. Lastly, let's talk about Jaguar Wright and what she said about Diddy. She noticed something strange about Uptown Records, where Diddy used to work. The company started with 5 main people: Andre Harrell, Al B. Sure, Heavy D, Diddy, and Kim Porter. Kim was there from the start, helping Andre. Now Kim, Heavy D, and Andre have all passed away. Only Diddy and Al B. Sure are left, and Al almost didn't make it. Wright thinks it's weird that all these people except for Diddy are gone. She also mentioned that they were all planning to write books that tell everything about their lives.
I was thinking,
most people have no clue.
Now that's what make it spooky though. That's the part that make everything spooky right there. The books that everybody was writing, the tell-alls that everybody was writing, and magically these people
2020
just get
best.
killed. I don't that's suspicious to me. That will forever be suspicious to me. You know what I mean? Now I ain't the smartest person in the world, but that looks pretty obvious.
To myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people: Andre Harrell, Albie Shore, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al. And Al almost died. Isn't that interesting? Heavy D was found dead, face down, and heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was going to meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and I said, no. You want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Albie Shore was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma.
Jaguar writes words add more mystery and drama to the stories surrounding Diddy, showing a side of him that's filled with secrets and control. And that's the scoop on Diddy and all the buzz around him lately. So far, Diddy's been pretty quiet, not saying much, and probably hoping all this talk just fades away. But celebs like 50 Cent, they're not holding back and are really calling him out. So, what's your take on all this? Do you think Diddy will come out and say something? Are the stories about him true, or is someone making stuff up? Drop your thoughts and let's talk about it.
Definitely, guys. Let me know what you think, guys. Honestly, let me know what you think. And salute to y'all that participated in the last Let Me Know What You Think. Even though y'all made excuses like hell for that boy Shannon Sharp. Y'all was talking about the boy bad hip and all of that. That boy still has feminine traits. But guys, ain't no right or wrong. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about this one. Let's take that to the comment section. Y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly, guys. Do not play with your life. See y'all later.